Hi everybody, thanks for joining me for this week's question and answer video. My name is David, this is DeMar's Coaching, and this is a question and answer video I do every single Monday. I'm answering people's questions from last Monday. Please, I encourage all of you, ask me any question you want. If you think I can help you, I might have an answer. Ask down below in the comment section. Tune in next Monday for my answer and let me know what you think. Keep a little dialogue, that's fine. Keep giving me more details and asking me more stuff. There's no such thing as a bad question, only bad answers. Repetitive questions are welcome. People need to hear it. So please ask me anything. Thank you. I like to recommend something every single week. This week, I'm recommending something that was inspired by Salema's question last week. Salema from France says, I have already tried 2 different emotional charts, but with no efficient result. Maybe I did not use them properly. Could you please suggest an emotional chart and explain how to use it? David, in your healing journey, did you use an emotional chart? I did not. The person that was helping me said that I was really good in touch with my emotions. Of all the things I was bad at, one thing I was good at is I knew how I felt, and I enjoyed expressing it. Something that I actually worked on my own earlier times in my life, but I didn't need an emotional chart. I did not use one. So let's see here. I have included a link down below in the description box. There's a link to, it says right here, a thorough breakdown of the emotion chart by frequency. And so that might help you understand it and be able to use it a little more. I'm also including a link to an emotional chart that is very popular. Now, emotional charts are to help people process their emotions, okay? So understanding that first and what the purpose of it is may help you understand how to use it. There are very explicit directions and stuff that will tell you. So processing emotions is extremely important. Our emotional needs are the most important thing in our life, and we have to know how we feel to have them met. It helps guide us in relationships, help us know what we want and what we need, things like this. It's a process. So our emotions are simply our body doing things. You could call it like energy in motion. My emotions would be hair standing up on my arm and a lump in my throat and perspiration here. My hands are clammy, and these are emotions. I tell you what they are when I tell you what the feeling is. What is it called? That's the feeling. Now, a lot of us grew up in childhood in an environment where our parents weren't in touch with our body and our emotions. They didn't care, and we couldn't even express it possibly. What happens under stressful conditions, because that causes major stress, okay? And what happens under stressful conditions like this is we start to clam up and be quiet and not express ourselves anymore. We try to make other people happy, and we're all about other people instead of us. I see people get stuck in emotions all the time. Fear is the biggest, right? Some people think that really all we are is what we desire and what we fear. We're much more complicated than that. But fear is big. Fear is a bad, scary feeling. We don't like it. And if we don't know how to stand up to our fears, eliminate stress, then we build this fear up bigger and bigger. We don't want to look at it. We don't want to say, so I get a lot of people say, David, I'm scared. And I say, what are you scared of? And they're so general, like next week. You're scared of next week. What about next week are you scared of? Well, I got a test. Why are you scared of the test? Because I might fail. Have you studied? Oh, completely, I know it well. Then you're probably not going to fail. Well, yeah, you're right. I'm not going to fail. Are you still scared? No. That's simple. That's simple. They stopped at fear. It feels bad. It's scared. Oh God. I just want it to go away. I just want it to go away. Well, then process it. Process it. Anxiety would be another one. People that have anxiety disorders aren't processing the anxiety. They're not understanding the source of it. Why? What can I do about it? And that's what emotional charts will help you do. By reframing your situation and knowing what you want and what you need, what works out better for you. Our emotional reaction and how we interact with others, how can it work better? You might have somebody that, say a female, just emotionally just is consumed when she meets a man. Doesn't know what to do. I fold, I do whatever he wants, stuff like this. Let's start being aware of our emotions. How do you want to react in situations? What do you want from your experiences? These kinds of things. The emotional charts help you do that. They do it by rating your feelings, what your body's doing, and they, by good ones and bad ones. And when we have bad ones, what can we do about them so we can start having better ones? A higher frequency is the term they use. So anything to get you to focus on your body, to be more aware of it, is good. And I hope that emotional charts can do that. And I hope I explained it a little bit. Let me know, Salema. Let me know if you still have more questions about that. And I'm sorry you tried twice with no luck. Hopefully the link that tells you how to do it better might help. Thank you. Sandra. I forgot where you're from, Sandra. Oh, I just want people to, if you could please just tell us your locations. Thank you. Hi, David. I have a 22-year-old son with classic autism. It was not caused through neglect or abuse, and it's very offensive for a mother to hear that. I think autism is so overdiagnosed. I know here in Australia, people are getting their children diagnosed so they can get funding from the government, when some of them are badly behaved because of their neglectful environment. My son struggles with the communicating and socializing. He has no bad behaviors. He is docile, polite, and kind. So kind-hearted. Not a bad bone in him. He is affectionate and loves his art, reading, and music. He loves people but struggles to make conversation. I don't understand why people think it's cool to say I'm on the spectrum. We need to stop confusing bad behavior and personality disorders with autism. Real autism is a disability because my son doesn't intentionally have no empathy. In saying that there are times when I've been unwell and he has come to hug me and say, "Are you okay, Mom?" He cares. What he lacks is part of his disorder. Thank you, Sandra. I think what's important is that we don't self-diagnose, right? I mean, I just hear it all the time. I think, and I think I mentioned in the comments to reply to you that OCD is a big one, right? Obsessive compulsive disorder. It's almost cool. People say, "Oh, I like to clean," or I like a clean home. It's my OCD. It's my OCD. Well, that doesn't say much or for much to people who suffer with OCD. And if you know people that suffer with it, it's a real disorder and it really can consume your life. And it's not cool. It's not neat. It's not about being clean or I like to clean, stuff like this. No, they're completely misunderstanding it. And it's not cool. Mental illness isn't cool. And I know, like in Hollywood, they think that, off and on. This summer it's cool. It's back again. Yeah, so self-diagnosis is just a huge problem. Huge. I mean, God, imagine you have a stress disorder and you just believe you have autism. You're not going to fix your stress disorder, right? You're not going to get the help that we need. And it's not cool. And I advise people to stop doing it. Don't self-diagnose. You can simply go see someone and find out. Thank you, Sandra. Hi, David. This is Penny from Arizona. Hi, Penny. I watch your videos every week. Thank you for highlighting that I don't have to forgive my ex. I would forgive him all the time, making excuses for his behavior. This kept me locked in his fake world for 40 years. That's why I tell people you don't have to forgive anybody. No, you don't. Now, in a relationship, if you want that relationship to continue, you have to forgive, right? So you don't have to stay in the relationship and forgive, right? If it's bad. You can get out of the relationship and you can forgive him or not. But if you stay in the relationship, yeah, you have to forgive if you want it to work. You don't have to do anything. But if you want it to work, you want it to function in any way and feel comfortable, then the only way it's going to work is to forgive your partner, right? That's understandable. But you don't have to forgive. And I think that, I love what you said because we believe this, right? I have to forgive. I'll forgive you. I'll forgive everyone that ever does anything to me. I forgive you. I forgive you. Well, where does that get you if you're staying and accepting bad behavior, right? This holiday was full of gaslighting by my adult children. I'm sorry, Penny. They want me to move on and get over it. Have family gatherings that include the ex. Our family is small, so it's just us parents and 3 adult children. My oldest son is married and just had a beautiful baby girl. Congratulations, Grandma. My son wants his family to get along and be happy together. I have not been able to explain my c-ptsd from a 30-year marriage to his father to my children. They have no idea what I endured. He discarded me and moved on with another woman. I couldn't leave the trauma bond. I initiated the divorce after learning about narcissistic abuse. We've been divorced since 2018, no contact since 2017. There have been triggering events with child support and legal issues. Throughout, I don't want anything to do with my ex ever again. New rules. I don't have anyone I don't trust in my environment. Everyone says I have to have a relationship with him now because we are grandparents. No, you don't. I don't care what anybody else says. Okay? We don't live by other people's rules. The thought of being in his presence or holding a conversation with my ex makes me nauseous. Then don't do it. What do you think? Should I make nice for the sake of family, even if I'm traumatized in the process? I believe my ex has all the attributes of a snake. Penny, we shouldn't do anything, and I'm never going to tell anybody what you should do. Doesn't matter. It's all up to you. All that matters is how you feel. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter if you go and do it, if you don't do it, if you don't talk to them, if you talk to them, if you tell your kids too bad, or you explain to them, or you don't explain to them, you don't give them the reason. It doesn't matter. All that matters is how you feel. Okay? So there is no right or wrong, Penny. And you can go there and be nice if you want to. Do you want to? Does that serve you in some way? Maybe it will. Sometimes you have to bite our lip, right? If there's something we really want from it. Maybe you want that. I don't know. Sounds like you don't. Sounds like you don't want to have a good time with the children and their father all the same day because you don't like them. It causes you too much stress. And so you just got to take care of yourself, Penny. You have to come first. And if people don't understand, that doesn't mean we give in. Try to explain. If the people in your life really, truly care about you, they'll try to understand, Penny. They'll try. At least try. Not saying they'll be able to, but they will try to understand maybe how you feel. What's c-ptsd? What is it like, Mom, when you're there with Dad? What does that feel like? Can you handle it? I'd love for you to, but if you can't, don't. Because you got to protect yourself first, Penny. There's nobody there that's going to protect you, right? There's nobody there that's going to take care of you. Only you. And so you just do what you have to do, Penny. And if I wish we could see in the future sometimes, but if you could see in the future, and if you think you might regret not going and not trying because there's a part of you that wants to, then think about it. Maybe you do want to. You see, you can go and you can try to have a good time if that serves you, if that's what you want, if it doesn't cause you too much stress, and learn a way to deal with it and not talk to him maybe. But you don't have to. And anybody that tells you you have to is just dead wrong. Dead wrong. And they're not listening to you. And I'm not trying to say they don't care. But they're not being caring, are they? Compassionate, empathetic, trying to understand. Maybe you could tell them it's like an Iraqi veteran with PTSD from Iraq, and you're trying to get them to go back to Iraq. Maybe you can try to get them to understand. It's not an easy thing. Don't get too discouraged because people don't understand. A lot of people don't need to understand. They just need to accept that you feel that way and accept what you want to do. That's what has to happen. They don't have to understand. It's not too hard to understand that Mom gets stressed and it feels really bad and doesn't want to. Anything more than that is they're just not really considering how you feel, and they want you to do what they want. And I don't think that's a bad thing, right? They mean well. They want you to be happy. They want to be happy. They want Dad to be happy. They want everyone to be happy. But that's just not reality. So let them know what the reality is. Okay? But, Penny, no matter what, take care of yourself, okay? No matter what, you don't have to go do it just because they don't understand. Maybe they will someday. But you got to protect yourself, okay? And then, think about if that's something you want to do. It's okay. You don't have to, but it's okay. It's up to you. No one else can say, oh, no. Remember, that stresses you out. You can't do that. Maybe you can handle a little stress for a little happiness. It's all up to you. And no one can tell you. They can only listen. How does that make you feel? Oh, it does? Okay. All right. That's too bad. It's not that easy, though. It's not that easy to get people to understand either, if they haven't been through it. Your children might, if you had a husband who abused you while the children were there, it'd be kind of amazing they don't understand. They might have experienced the same thing. They may feel the same way. It's not understand. It's kind of weird. Emily Taylor from Latvia. Hi, Emily. Hello, David. Happy New Year. Thank you. Oh, and tons of people have been wishing me Happy New Year. Thank you very much. Happy New Year, everybody. And I hope it went well. Hope you guys are okay and safe. It's over. Yeah, no expectations. I don't really care that much about New Year, except that a new year is here. What do you want? Thank you for making this video. You're welcome. I have a question. Could you please kindly talk about the healing process while still living with a dysfunctional partner? Why does the healing can't be done while living with cluster B romantic partners? What happened to our brain? Thank you so much for making videos for this community. Emily from Latvia, you are so welcome. Thank you, Emily. A lot of people get stress disorders, yeah? And that's what this is really about. It's about stress. Having my emotional needs met in relationships causes me major comfort. The biggest source of it. Having no relationships, being lost on a deserted island all by myself, pretty stressful. And it's not just the food, lack of, or drinking water, it's there's nobody. Having relationships with people where your emotional needs aren't met is very stressful. And over time, we can develop stress disorders. What does that mean? That means my body, my brain, my nervous system does not function properly under stressful conditions any longer. I waited too long to fix it, to do something. The healing while living with a dysfunctional partner, I think what you're, if I'm wrong, correct me. I think what you're asking me is if a person causes me PTSD, how can I not heal from it while I'm still living with them? Because it's the cause of it, right? It'd be like me putting burn cream on a burn over a fire, still getting burned. Why isn't this burn cream working? Well, it's stress. He's still there. He's still lying to you. He's still tricking you. He's still this and that. Matter of fact, if we have stressors, we have trauma. You could still be traumatized just by living in the same home that it all occurred in. I get this all the time. Oh, no, David, it didn't occur here. We're mostly on the phone. Oh, where were you when you're on the phone? In this home. And the only thing that changes when the relationship is over is that person's gone. That's it. And it's real obvious when everything's the same, right? The only thing that's missing is him or her. If you go to Tahiti, if you don't live there, go to Tahiti, now the only thing missing isn't them. It's everything from your life. And so it's back there and we look for new dangers and it feels better. So it's hard to heal. What's happening is, and I explained this very well, I hope, in some videos I made about the brain, about the nervous system. I went into really, real detail. And you can find those videos in a playlist I made called Healing c-ptsd. I made them just over a year ago. I got really into detail about what's happening, and you could call it a chemical imbalance, but it's the trauma from emotional abuse causes stress, and it means that our autonomic nervous system is not working properly. It's disordered. It's not functioning correctly. We have stress chemicals that helps us protect ourselves, eliminate stress. And what we're supposed to do is do it, right? And it's gone. And then we have feel-good hormones that come in and help calm us down. And that process works really well as long as we keep doing that. If we grew up in stress, we can't stop it. We can't fix it. We can't leave it. And the stress continues and our nervous system stops working properly. We don't get the feel-good hormones anymore. We get an abundance of stress chemicals. This causes damage to our brain. It shortens our dendrites, our receptors of our brain cells. Makes it harder to get information, signals, stuff like this. But everyone can heal from this, okay? Everyone can heal from this. Some of the biggest times we heal is our sleep. But we have to start learning how to manage our lives and relationships big time so we can turn that stress into comfort. So I hope I've explained myself. If I'm living with my abuser and all this trauma happened in this house and I'm so under stress and my nervous systems aren't working well, it's going to be difficult to just go see like a therapist once a week or, just work out and try to make myself feel better while you're being abused. Even if you broke up with them, this man say, and you both have your own jobs, so you're not really intervening too much, or and may not be able to heal. You're in the same environment. Your brain's on high alert, just waiting and waiting, anticipating it all the time, expecting it. There's a lot of other things that happen Emily? A lot of other things. So that's kind of the know-how. And then we got to feel better about ourselves. And the best way to lose self-respect is to stay in neglectful, abusive relationships. It's real hard to feel better about myself when I'm living with my abuser and not leaving, not ending it, stopping it for myself. Doing that can help raise your self-worth. So there's just many more things involved in it. Those are some of the big ones. Hope I helped you understand. Please let me know, Emily. Thank you. And Salema from France again. Hi, Salema. My narc partner used to compare me with his male friends. I never argued with him about it. I just resisted his sickness and kept repeating firmly, I'm not a man, I am a woman. Stop comparing me with men. And he did not like my resistance, of course, but he eventually stopped this nonsense. This memory has kept banging in my head these last days. I guess there is something to the process. And now I ask myself these questions. Why did he compare me with his male friends? And why not with women? That would have been sick too. What part of me was he attacking? What was he trying to destroy in me? Resistance, right? But if this, let's say this person, you said narc partner, so I'm going to assume this person has narcissistic personality disorder. And one common misconception is that it's us, that it's me. I made him angry. So therefore I made him hit me. Oh, he had to lie. He doesn't like that. I know that, and I'm pressing it, and so he lied. Yeah. It's not us. It's them. They have the disorder. We're not perfect. We could have a disorder too. Personality disorder, mood disorder, behavioral disorder, anxiety disorder, addiction disorder. You get my point? Most doctors say we do have one. It's about him. And there's no other disorder in the world that's mainly just about them than narcissism, right? It's about him. Okay? Not you. Narcissists objectify people. People are objects. They don't have feelings, wants, needs. No. Just like my microwave in my car and my refrigerator. They supply things for me. And I get pissed when it doesn't. And I want to take it back, and I want to yell at the people that made it, and I want to leave a bad review, and I want to, that's what he's doing. He's not looking at you as male or female, or his friends as male or female. That what you have in common is what all of you supply for him. And he's saying, you're not doing good enough, like my friends. Make sense? I wish I could remember my reply. I hope that makes sense. It's not about you. When you come with people with NPD, it's all about them. It's their world. I call it a baby laying on their back on the crib, and they can't see past their fingers and toes. We just dip into their world and go, hi, baby, goo, goo, gaga. And they go, I need this, I want this, give me that. Total parentification. Slama, he probably parentified you and your mommy, right? And he's saying, you're not doing everything for me. I can't do all these things for myself. And I got my friend that does this. I got a friend that does this. I got a friend that does this. And here, you do these two things, and you're not doing well enough like my friends are. Keep doing it. Come on. Like a child, guess who's responsible for every little thing that happens in their life? If a bad day, good day, I fell, I'm crying, I'm angry, I'm hungry. It's mom and dad. It's your responsibility. Your fault. You're not doing good enough. My friends do. Hope that makes sense. Let me know. TK from Canada. Hello. I have a question about how to sharpen our judgment after narc abuse. After leaving my narc husband, after healing, I took a step to start dating again. And the very first person I dated ended up being a narc. I know it. I know, always. I feel really naive. I feel stupid for not seeing any signs. I'm so sorry. You're not stupid. I don't need to know you. This has nothing to do with intelligence. And I'm really sorry you feel that way. Naive is a good word. Naive means I don't know better. That's good. Forgive yourself. Try to. It's okay. It just feels bad. It hurts. That's why. And we definitely don't want to do it again, yeah? They dumped me on Christmas. Me too. Many times. Aww. Do you mean this Christmas? A few days ago? And I know it's my fault. Him dumping you isn't your fault. Okay? I thought I knew the signs and nothing stood out to me until I was dumped. How can we be better protect ourselves and see things better that are sometimes difficult to see? I've never felt so stupid. I feel like I'm wearing a neon signs that say, hey, narcs, come and date me. You're not stupid. You might have the sign, hey, narcs, come date me on, though. You're not stupid. And I'm so sorry for feeling that way. That's awful. Forgive yourself. If other people do this, they're not stupid. Yeah? Okay. I've made countless videos on what healing is, what it pertains to, what it consists of, what's required. It's so involved. It's not easy. How can I simplify this? Like the last person. This is about you, isn't it? This is about you. Your question, how do I sharpen my judgment about people? Well, for one, we don't judge. Yeah, we don't judge, we accept. And I would imagine, we don't have the time, and I'm not talking to you directly, I would imagine this is repetitive. Yeah? This keeps happening. And I'd imagine, real common theme is it goes too fast. It goes too quick. And we tend to maybe sleep together soon, sudden. We start hanging out every day, texting morning, day, night, telling each other everything about our lives, making commitments, moving in. It's too fast. You didn't know who they are. And so you don't know who anybody is when you meet them. It takes an awfully long time. Go look back, hindsight, how long did it take to get to know everybody in your life? Sometimes after you break up with them, guys, right? After you break up with them, you're just learning about this person now. You didn't see the signs until they dumped you. How long was that? So know that you need at least that much time. Yeah. And then why don't you go find out what you want in life? You want to be happy with a man, maybe get married, have children someday. I don't know how old you are. You want that? And so what kind of a person do you want in your life? What kind of people do you want in your life? Be very aware of that. Because I'm guessing because if it's just looks, I want a good looking man that makes money, you can find that out right away. That's not who people are. So why don't you start writing down what you want, the kind of qualities you want in people. Okay? What's most important is moral values. And we're all different, and not everybody values morals, or some of them, or all of them. Once you start realizing the person, the kind of people you want in your life is who they are, and it takes an awful long time to know that. So we take our time to know who someone is before we attach to them. We don't invite them right in and eat with them and sleep with them and shower with them and tell them everything and sign contracts and move in and get a car together and phones, and you don't know them. And so we're always going to get screwed over. We're always going to get hurt like that. It's too hard for two people, random people in the world, to be compatible together, live together for the rest of their lives. It takes some time to know that. Yeah? If you don't take that time, 99 out of 100, it's going to fail, and that kind of failure hurts bad. I hope that helps. There are signs of toxic behaviors in people. Learn them. Someone that's too emotional, someone that doesn't care about your boundaries. They get too close to you, and they ask you too personal questions, and they rush you, and you feel rushed and stuff like this. There's a lot to learn. My coaching isn't just listening, it's teaching. I listen and I teach. There's so much to learn because all of this stuff can only be taught to us. We're not born knowing it. And emotional neglect means our parents failed to teach us some of this stuff, and we have to learn, don't we? And the biggest part that our parents failed at is helping us learn about who we are. So I know So I'll always know what to do if I know who I am, if I know what I need and what I want and how I feel and what I value. I'll know what to do. I don't need to ask. Right? I hope I help. Let me know. Let me know. And I'm really sorry you got dumped on Christmas. I hope you have some people there for you to support you and make you feel better. But best advice I could give you, hire professional help. Someone that knows how to deal with trauma, relationships, and to teach you and do self-work. Help you start learning who you are. Amy from Connecticut again. Hi, Amy from Connecticut again. First of all, thank you for the information you gave me in a prior Q&A. My question, you're welcome. My question is, will my narcissistic ex-husband be toxic in any relationship he has with anyone? No, just with you. That's how it works. You're the one that came along and made him toxic. How did you do that? What did you do to him to make him so toxic? Was he not toxic before? No, he was a nice guy when we met. We had fun. It was cool. Then all of a sudden, if we're talking about personality disorders, you didn't do it. Okay, this stuff started and began in childhood. Okay, and I'll tell you something else. People don't want to have toxic relationships, meaning it's not necessarily a choice for them. Because every relationship will be toxic. It's how much, and it just causes stress. How much stress can the narcissist take? How much stress can the victim take? That's what keeps them together. That's it. When finally someone leaves, whether it's the narcissist or the victim, I had too much stress, can't take it anymore. And so the narcissist can't take much stress. They bounce. Because there's no real need to stay, right? I mean, you're there for me, you pamper me, you're there for, and stuff like this, but I can get that from someone else. They understand that. They don't care about who you are. They aren't trying to build some, relationship for the rest of their life. Stress, I'm out. Go meet someone else. And will it be any different? Why would it be? Why would it be? I mean, lots of videos about this. Go check them out if you want. But why? Someone as severe as someone that has a disorder as severe as a personality disorder, which is very severe. I mean, you're talking psychosis, and one notch below psychosis is personality disorder. So to sit there and say, oh, this person with a personality disorder, they're going to be totally different because they date someone else different? No. There's nothing that changes like that. Nothing. Now, I could have preference. This person bothers me. I'm happier with this person, sure. But that doesn't mean that my mental illness is cured, especially personality disorders. My gosh. The reason that the term was even coined was for them having troubles with relationships. They can't. If I could say anything about personality disorders, I'd say they can't form and maintain healthy relationships, period, with anyone. Not just you. Anybody. And as far as the relationship, as more serious as it is, it's more stressful. So, some narcissists can get along with coworkers, not so stressful. Some can't, right? The more depressed they are, the less they can get along with them. But they may be able to get along with a coworker or a casual friend they see once a month, We hang out, we drink, we watch football, okay. But living together with you, living together with anybody, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. I don't care. They're going to abuse you. They're going to just lie to you. They'll neglect you. They'll cheat on you. They'll go behind your back. Whatever they got to do to stay in that relationship, but it ain't going to work. It ain't going to be functional. It's not going to be meaningful, purposeful, loving, none of it until that person gets his personality disorder fixed, if that's even possible. I know the feeling, shame and guilt, self-doubt. Biggest byproducts of trauma, emotional trauma, abuse, relationships. Guilt, shame, self-doubt. And all those are going to make you think it's you. Am I the narcissist? God. Am I the toxic one? No, you both are. Toxic, unhealthy. Yeah. We can't stay in an unhealthy relationship with someone and be like, nah, not me, it's all them. 2-3 weeks. No, first sign, I'm out. But no, yeah, we're both unhealthy. We have the victim has a better chance of healing, getting healthier. The narcissist doesn't even want to. So Yeah, very, very extremely common question I get. I've made many videos about it. I'll make another one. Maybe I'll do another one soon. Thank you. And I'm sorry you feel like it's you. Try to understand that everything people do, they're responsible for. So you're not responsible for anything he did to you. None. It's not your fault. Okay? Whatever you did to him or didn't do for yourself, yeah, that's your responsibility. But everything he did is he's responsible for, and that's how he treats human beings, because you are one, aren't you? You're a human being. Okay? How he treated you is how he treats human beings. Unless you get in like total psychopathy. They tend to be more of a family man and abuse everyone out there, or be real nice, pillar of the community and abuse everyone at home. But your question was the next person. No. It'll be just like you. One word to describe personality disorders: rigid. Always the same. Never change. And I don't mean their emotional reactions to things. I mean change who they are. Mary. Don't know. Oh, Great Britain. Hi, Mary from Great Britain. I've just recently come across your channel and now I'm watching all the videos. Thank you. Welcome. Is it common for the narc partner to tag with his mother to destroy you? I think, if I'm wrong, correct me, tell me, ask me. So you're asking me, is it common for a narcissist to gang up on you with their mom? Absolutely. Guess who made him? Mommy. Mommy never held him accountable. Mommy never made him responsible to do anything. Mommy did everything that she could for him and says, oh, don't worry, they're just bad people. Oh, you don't have to change anything and do anything, blah, 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 blah. So they feed off each other, total codependent relationship. And it's quite disgusting, really, because he's just not an adult. You're not an adult. You do that. And it's extremely common for narcissists to bully, period. They bully. They're bullies. Narcissists are bullies. And if they can get other people to bully you with them, absolutely. What a team. Is it common for Narcissists and Mom to do this to you? If she's still alive and they talk, absolutely. Because he's going to make sure her little boy isn't hurt and there's nothing wrong with him. It's all you. You're bad and we're going to control you till you do exactly what my little boy wants. Fucking disgusting. Gross. I'm sorry, Mary. Yeah, it's extremely common. Absolutely. Oh no, I lost my place here. Let's see. Oh, found it. Okay. Victoria from the Bay Area. Hi, Victoria. I wasn't looking forward to Christmas with no family. I ended up going to my son's new apartment he shares with his girlfriend. I got to meet her family. They were on their way to pass out free sandwiches for the homeless for the holidays. I would have never got to meet such beautiful people if I didn't force myself to a holiday party. Hear that, everybody? Force yourself to do what you know is good for you. That's what we have to do now. Ask people who have beaten massive depression. How'd you do it? They're not going to say, oh, my doctor, oh, my SSRIs. No. Even when I didn't want to, even when I felt like shit, I went and did the right thing and forced myself to get out there and be positive, even when I hated myself, and it worked. It works. Thank you very much for sharing that, Victoria. Happy holidays. October girl, Tessa from Nashville. Hi, Tessa. Hi, David. Where do you live? Las Vegas. What do you like and dislike most about where you live? Love the dry heat. Hate the cold. You know, desert's extreme. So no rain for hundreds of days. And then massive flooding. Hot as hell during the day and cold as hell at night sometimes. 0% moisture. Things like that. I love the heat. I love the dryness. And that's about it. What I hate about it here is casinos. And it's not that I hate casinos. It's that there is nothing else. Vegas makes sure there is nothing else to do here except go to casino. If you want to go to a movie, go to casino. You want to eat? Go to casino. You want to gamble? Go to casino. They don't even have other gambling. They don't even have state lottery. No Keno, no Powerball, no nothing. No, go to casino. Insane. Go to a casino. Just go to a casino. Just go to the casino. Come on, go to the casino. You want to go bowling? Let's go to the casino. Because that's where you got to go. Bowling, movies, eat, play. There's not really like amusement parks or anything like that. No. They say no. They rule all. Casinos rule everything here. So whatever the casinos say, that's it. You get the picture. Thanks for asking, Tessa. Most people don't ask stuff like that. Thank you. And that's it. Tessa was the last one. Thank you, everybody. Thank you very much for your questions. I hope you understood and liked my answers. If I missed anybody's questions, please ask me again. I apologize. Anybody wants coaching, you can find me at daviddemars.com. The link is down below. I really need likes, dislikes even. That's the only thing that helps the videos go. And I appreciate if you subscribe to the channel. Thank you, everybody. Everybody, it's the new year. Yeah, it's your year. Okay, don't expect too much. Know what you want. Do one little thing every once in a while, every day if you can to get there. But start thinking about what you want, not what do people say you should, and all about work and money and all that. What do you want in life? What do you want? There's so many things out there you don't even know exist. You want to learn a new language? Do you want to be an artist? You can become a better artist, not just all born knowing it. You want to sing? What do you like? What inspires you? What are you interested in? Start pursuing these things. Okay? You have a better year than last year. Thank you, everybody. Love yourself first. I'll see you next week. Bye.